Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 4 in the book of Psalms. Today is titled, For His Faithful God Has Valleys, Fear, Evil, and Death. I'm going to explain what I mean by that because he has one more thing to balance out that ledger. Here it is, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me. In the presence of my enemies, you anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So yesterday, we began to appreciate aloneness, which is to say, avoid aloneness. That is, appreciate its dangers by our awareness of it. So by God's design, there's no such thing, at least for believers, of this aloneness. So to fail to do so is to sort of create a sheep emergency. And in the New Testament, an alone sheep was at risk, so at risk, that the shepherd left 99 non-alone sheep. They were put on hold to go fetch the one alone sheep. So the teaching point there is to do everything in our power not to be that guy or gal. All right, but for today, what does God have for his faithful sheep? Well, on the good side, he's got pasturing by the great shepherd. He's got provision in green pastures. He's got rest near peaceful waters. He's got soul repair by God himself. He's got leading. He's got fearlessness despite evil. And then our secret ingredient today, which is his presence. So what is also near the believer? Evil enough to cause fear, enemies present to see a table prepared, valleys that must be walked through, and death so close enough to see its shadow. So what does God have for his faithful sheep? All these things: evil enough, enemies close enough, valleys that must be experienced one footstep at a time, and death so near to block the light from above. What does God have for his faithful sheep? Fear, enemies, valleys, and death. So ladies and gentlemen, he does not take his faithful sheep out of the world. It almost sounds like he's putting us in the world, possibly even putting us at risk. But what peril can befall rams, ewes, and lambs that are with the Lord? This is the Lord that does not carry a rod and a staff for nothing. This is the Lord that carries a big stick. And the Lord's big sticks have a purpose that is beyond correction of his wayward. 1 Corinthians 10:13 says that no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. So this also means that he is not going to allow temptation outside of what is common. He will not allow temptation more than you are able. He will not allow temptation without a path of escape. And he will not tempt you in a way that is unendurable. Then in 2 Corinthians 12:9 it says, But he said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So his grace is sufficient, and his power is perfected. When? In weakness. His grace is sufficient in fear, in enemies, valleys, and death, and may we add from 2 Corinthians, in weakness. So, ladies and gentlemen, he does not take his faithful sheep out of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, he also does not break faith with his sheep, no matter where they are in the world. Let me say it again. He does not take his faithful sheep out of the world, nor does he break faith with his sheep, no matter where they are in the world. So yes, you have fear, enemies, valleys, death, and weakness in Psalm 23 and 2 Corinthians. But what you don't have is aloneness. We've already talked about the aloneness of other people, and I have the not aloneness here to fight the fears. You have the not aloneness for battle. You have the not aloneness to walk in valleys you'd prefer not to be walking. So you already have, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord, which means you have the not aloneness of other people, other humans who you find dwelling in the house of the Lord. And now we have the not aloneness of Psalm 23, verse 4, which says, "For you are with me." It then is the nuclear power plant of Psalm 23. And it is from this presence, this not aloneness, is the protection of the rod and the staff, is the leading to quiet waters, is the wantlessness of being shepherded, is the setting of the table, the anointing of the head, and being pursued by goodness and mercy. Without his presence, there would be no Psalm 23. Without his presence, there would be no Psalm 23. So yes, for his faithful, Psalm 23 says that God has valleys and fears and evil and death, but he also brings himself. Thanks for listening.